Okay, hey guys. So my persuasive speech topic is homelessness in America, like why it's an issue, how we can fix it, just things like that. Um, so my my persuasive question, is that it? It's of policy and like just basically like what small cities or towns can do, just things like that. And I'm going to use like problem cause solution for like the organizational pattern. So I don't really have anything completely done, or I just kind of have like a rough draft of an outline. So just let me know what you guys think, what I should like keep, what I should totally get rid of, maybe something I should add. That'd be like really helpful. So for my introduction, I'm kind of thinking I would like to start off with like a sad story with like of a single mother and her children having to live on the streets, to like pull on the heartstrings right away. And then I think I'm gonna add like a visual aid of like a picture of this mother with her kids, just so you're not only hearing what I'm saying, but you're seeing what I'm saying. So it's like gonna be a little bit more dramatic. After the intro, we're gonna lead into the problem, and obviously the problem is homelessness, but like homelessness amongst like single mothers, like children, veterans, and the negative connotation that we as a society, like we kind of set ourselves apart or away from the homelessness, like as a society, if you've ever thought about it like that. Like just like the prejudice that goes with being homeless, and I'm sure we all have some degree of prejudice or, just stereotypical things, I probably don't make any sense. Then after the problems, we're going to lead into the cause. And I found that, there's like four major, causes to homelessness. The first one would be the cost of living. Like, there's this there's a stereotype about homeless people that they're lazy, they don't care, they don't want to do anything with their lives, they just they gave up. That's totally not the case. A lot of homeless people actually have jobs. They just, where they're located, and like where it just depends like what city, the cost of living is so high that they can't afford to rent or own their own house. So they're sleeping out of their cars and going to work every day. So it's not like they don't care and they're not working hard, it's just they cannot pay to live in a house, which is so sad because there should be no homeless people. I mean, if we're really thinking about it, America is one of the richest countries in the world, so why do we have, people that have jobs that can't afford to live in a house? Like, what is, it's not clicking for me. Another one is substance abuse. How that can like lead you into homelessness, and like domestic abuse. So I'm gonna go in depth with those, and I actually have two references, one for substance abuse and one for domestic abuse, but like the references are, I'm doing interviews with people who are actually homeless and went through those, both of those areas of abuse. So I think that'll be really interesting. I think that will really build on my credibility and add to, maybe it'll even add to like the emotional aspect of everything. And then we're gonna go into the solution, which is like, there are solutions out there for homelessness, but not on a large scale. I mean, there are like, in smaller communities, they have like homeless shelters and organizations to help people get back up on their feet, or help people go through the job interviewing process, help them, like kind of like life coaches, that's really awesome. But why is it that we don't hear about this more? Like, I feel like America, we're divided right now, obviously, kind of, with all the political, everything. But I feel like as a people, if that makes sense, like as the people of this nation, we should all try to become more united because we're all in this together. And there's no advocates for homeless people. I mean, not on a huge scale. We don't see peaceful protests. We don't see on national news. We don't see any of that. And I just don't know why. And I feel like there should be more awareness with that to really make change, because I feel like if we want to make change in this country, we have to do it ourselves. I mean, yeah. And then, like, my last point for the solution is ultimately to become better people. I mean, I feel like we need to become more empathetic, and we need to really think about, if I was in this situation, like, how would I feel? What would I need? What would make me feel better? Things like that. Like, we don't really do that. Like I said before, a lot of people just talk about, like, well, they're going to use that money to go get alcohol or drugs or, stuff like that. And it's just like, we need to flip the switch. We need to turn that off and think, you're just doing a good deed kind of thing. And then my references, I have two people that interview. I have an article. I have a documentary. And I don't know what to do for my last one. So if someone could help me figure out I don't know, do I read a book? Like, what else do I do for homelessness? Like, should I look up something else that contributes to, like, the change? Like, maybe, like, an economical thing? Just let me know, and anything you guys have to say will totally help me out. Thank you so much.